It's tax season, so the question on everyone's mind is, what can I deduct as a business owner? Well, I have a great tip that's going to help you determine whether something or an expense that you incur is deductible for tax purposes. Before I go into that, the IRS does provide guidance, and there's 2 words that they use to help people make that determination. And is, if the expense is ordinary and necessary in your line of business, then it's deductible. For some reason, for some people, that still does not help them. So I had an example the other day where a client, their line of work does require them to pick up heavy stuff. And I guess sometimes their body aches and they get massages. And they thought, okay, well, I can write that off because I need to be able to lift these heavy things and my body hurts. I was like, yeah, good luck with that. That's not going to work. So I give him a tip that I typically give my clients. And his response was, that is a great tip. I'm going to remember that. So here it is. If you are in doubt or not uncertain about whether an expense is deductible or not, ask yourself this question. If I had an employee or contractor and they incurred that expense and asked me to reimburse them, would I reimburse them? And that kind of takes you out the equation, takes the emotions out, and you're able to think about it objectively. So the question I get a lot is like, groceries. I work from home, so are my groceries or all my home expenses deductible? Where there are certain cases where certain home expenses, if you work from home, can be deductible. My question to you is, if you hired somebody, a contractor, or you had an employee, and they came to you with a specific expense, would you reimburse them as a business expense? Or would you say, no, that's personal, I'm not responsible for that, or my business is not responsible for that? So if you wouldn't reimburse an employee or a contractor, then chances are your own expense is not deductible.